Hey guys, it's Chl Cards here, live and direct from Brooklyn, New York. In front of me I have a box of the Heroes and Prospects from In the Game 2006-2007. It is a hobby version, not an arena version, which is a better version. It also equally states that there are 24 packs per box, 5 cards per pack, which is 120 cards, but it has an asterisk, and I believe it means that there's 6 cards per pack, which would up it to about 144 in total. Base card set, 150. What else? You do get autos 1 in 14, so you should get 1 auto. Game used memorabilia, 1 in 20, I believe it says. So all kinds of good stuff going down. 2006-2007, of course, was the rookie year of Gino Malkin, who was drafted in second overall in 2004 after OB. But there should be a tiered checklist with all kinds of interesting things in it. You should be able to find some Jordan Staals and Derick Brassards and maybe in Stammers and so on. Also, you can find international prospects like Michael Frolik or Tuukka Rask or Phil Kessel, I guess because Phil Kessel is an Americano. So let's batter this boy open. And here is what we have. Pretty nice, right? Pretty nice look. So all kinds of packs, all kinds of good stuff going on in here. We should expect to find at least 1 auto and 1 memorabilia card, I believe. And then a couple of the inserts. There certainly are some inserts. They do have sticks and jerseys and things like that in the game. I'm a big proponent of in the game, be a player, between the pipes. I think they are all really, really fine products. Even these prospects, which are CHL cards, AHL, Q cards, OHL, CHL, did I say CHL? Yeah, and WHL as well, of course. So let's see what we got here. There are some logos apparently. Ryan Hillier. Here we have a Chl Giroux. So here we have a Chl Giroux prospect card. I believe he was like, what, about a 22nd overall Chl Giroux? Pretty nice. And you can see his points total there in the Q. 39 goals, 64 assists, 101 points in 69 games. That is some quality stuff right there. And there we have a Patrick Roy, youthful looking Patrick Roy. And here are his numbers as well. And of course he was with the Ramparts. So that is a hero card. A hero card, I guess, is at the bottom of the checklist. Other heroes, of course, would be players like Elmer Locke and Peter Stastny and Mark Messier and Lafleur. Here is a Heroes and Prospects points sort of blank insert. He shoots, he scores. And of course, some of these actually, or they should have logos on them. And then we have this Wendell Clarke CHL card. So that is a cool looking, youthful looking card, just to give you an idea of the type of things that we have within this product. Lots of fun. So let's see what else we get. Oh, I believe we do have a jersey up in it. I'm gonna save it, hit that pretty early in the contest. I have not opened up 2006-2007 Heroes and Prospects before, so I'm learning this alongside yourselves. And let's see what we get here. These are thick cards. Maybe they're, that would be why they're stuck together. There are autos in here. There is a short print auto of John Tavares, believe it or not, so that's something that could be hit. And there's Derick Brassard, who is one of the top prospects, and it's a card of him with Les Voltigeurs on the base checklist running from 1 through 150. Okay, continuing on here. We should get a couple of inserts as well beyond the base checklist and beyond the game used or whatnot. There's Michael Del Zotto, who again is one of the top prospects. Michael Del Zotto, who now is with the Vancouver Canucks. Jimmy McGinn. There's Phil Kessel. So he is considered one of the international prospects. and Kyle Wellwood. So a lot of these names would be familiar to you. You know, the sort of Drew Doughty should be in here. Claude Giroux, as mentioned, Brandon Sutter, Sergei Kostitsyn. And they're also at the top of the checklist. There are Team Canada cards right at the top or the bottom, depending on how you look at it. The 139 through 150. So there's Brandon Sutter's card. So that would be Team Canada. And here we have another Heroes, and it's the Marc Messier card. And is he with Sarnia? Is that where that is? And they play with Cincinnati Stingers. That's interesting. Okay. And there's Cam Ward, a CHL card. So you see how the checklist is tiered. It's tiered whereby we have Heroes, AHL grads, CHL grads, and we also have sort of just normal team cards, international prospects, and then Team Canada cards, which is an interesting way of separating things out. There's Brett Sutter. Here's one of these blanks. We have another Heroes card, and it's Luc Robitaille, a young-looking whippersnapper, green behind the ears, Luc Robitaille. Let's see what else we get here. Sean Mathias, who of course played on Ottawa, amongst other places. Here we have a prospect card of Francois Bouchard with Baie-Comeau. Here we have another Team Canada card, and we hit John Tavares. So we hit the John Tavares Team Canada. It's not a hard card to hit. What's hard to hit is the auto, which is a short print of his. Oh, we just hit an auto, so here's our auto. Let's see who it is. And it's Garrett Bembridge. Garrett Bembridge. Not exactly what we're looking for, but still nonetheless, Garrett Bembridge. Okay, so that would be our auto. We could conceivably get a second auto, albeit I'm not sure the odds are maybe 40-60 on that. And then we have a hero of Yari. But he was picked in the 7th round by Calgary, 207th overall. And then that's interesting, and that was in 2001. He was also drafted in 1999 in the 5th round. I'm not really sure how a player gets drafted twice like that. That's kind of bizarre, but he's been everywhere. Okay, interesting. Where were we? Continuing on, Brian Little, what was he? He was drafted in 2007, I think. He was definitely sort of like 11th overall or something like that. Brian Little. I cannot recall. It's a good question, actually. I think maybe he was drafted in 2000. Yeah, he was drafted 12th overall in 2006 is when he was drafted, interestingly. There's Drew Doughty, prospect card, so that's kind of cool. There's Guillaume Latendresse, Habs prospect, Martin Saint-Pierre. We have this battalion insert and Noah Welsh. There's Peter Mueller on the back. There's Tuukka Rask, so he's an international. There's a Team Canada of Steve Downey. A Heroes card of Mario. Now that is pretty nice. Laval, played in the queue, of course, lit up the queue, annihilated the queue. And an attack blank. Ken Reggett's falling in the background. And there's Peter Mueller, prospect. So we did hit one auto, you know, someone who certainly was not a well-known quantity, but we shall continue on. I really like these hero cards. I mean, pretty old school cards. Oh, so this is an insert card. It's Eric Fair, and it's a Calder Cup card. So I guess he won the AHL Calder Cup. So there it is, 2006 with the Portland Pirates, Eric Fair. Really interesting. There's Jeff Carter, Heroes and Prospects, AHL card. So that, again, there's tiers of CHL, AHL, prospects, internationals, heroes, and Team Canada. And those are all just the base checklist, actually, so nothing to get too amped about. There's Tom Pyatt. There's Milt Schmidt, I believe, who recently died, unfortunately. Had a beautiful career, beautiful long life. And Brian Perron, Team Canada, another hero, and this one is Ron Francis. Wow, look at that. I've never seen him look so young. Here's another Eric Fair prospect card. And Ben Walter. And Jeremy Williams, a Leafs prospect. So we could potentially hit Stammer, who went first overall in 2008. We could hit Malkin. There are short prints autos, but again, usually only guaranteed one auto per box. So whether we hit a second auto would be nice. Just isn't something we would assume or bank on. Bobby Clarke, CHL. Look at that. Look at his helmet. That's hilarious. I got to tell you, you know, Upper Deck is really well known for its photography, but these ITG photographs, the photos that they've chosen are really, really fun. It's like they're poking fun at. There's Mark Staal, one of the Staal brothers, the defenseman of the group. There's Jonathan Bernier, Team Canada. Ryan Leach, who you probably remember on the Rangers. There's Sid the Kid, CHL grad. Look at that. You can see he was out of the queue as well. With Rimouski. That is awesome. And Gilbert Brûlé, another prospect. One of the highly touted prospects at the time. A decent career, I guess. There's Nidimiaki. Continuing on here. So he would be an AHL. And these two are scooched together. Players Association card. Okay. Still plenty to go. So this product, maybe 20, 25 bucks max. That's the awesome thing about it. You can get this product for just 20 bucks, and you definitely get a couple of autos and some interesting inserts, and certainly really cool base cards. It's an international card. There's another Team Canada, Luc Bourdon. There's Brad Boyes, AHL card. And a Rick Ripien prospect card. So these would be basically draft picks from 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, and 2008, I would say, on average. Believe it or not. That entire width and span. Nick Foligno. Oh, another auto. Oh, cool. We got a Nick Foligno auto. We got a second auto. That's really cool. That's awesome. We got a second auto. Nick Foligno. Wow. Very cool. I mean, there are so many nobodies to potentially get. It's actually great to get a Nick Foligno. Huh. That is interesting. I'm going to take another peek in a minute. First round by Ottawa in 2006. He was a 28th overall pick in 2006. That's awesome. And I'm just looking at the, yeah, it's considered just a base auto, I guess. Awesome. That is very cool. That makes me happy. Okay, continuing on. So we did get two autos. You're guaranteed one per one per box, and potentially you can get a second one. So we did get a second one. That's an awesome one. Always interesting to get, you know, something that you wouldn't expect. Here's Marc-Antoine Pouliot, Nigel Dawes, Ladislav Smit, and a prospect of Andre Fiala, and Matthew Corrente prospect. Still loads of packs to go here. There's Guillaume Latendresse, Team Canada. There's something in here as well. I'll save it. I've already had 2 autos. I think I can save whatever goodies we have left for the end. Man, these are stuck in the muck. Leland Irving, a pretty well-known prospect as well. There's John Tavares. A decent-looking card. I'll put it aside just for posterity. Yuri Tlusty, John Armstrong. There's a Team Canada logo, which is kind of cool. Colton Gillies, another highly touted prospect at the time, I believe. And Logan Couture. There's Evgeni Malkin. Nice. Very nice. Christopher Letang. Dan Fritsch. And Anze Kopitar. Love it. Man, is this a fun product. Oh, look, Willie O'Ree, who was just inducted into the Hall of Fame. I believe he played with Boston, didn't he? Had a long career in the NHL. Awesome. Ian White. Thomas Kopecky. David Leneveux. Still a couple of these heroes, interestingly. We have Dick Duff. That is awesome. Old school. Brendan Bell, Jeff Tambellini. Oh, cool. So this is a class of 2006, and it's James Shepard. So this is an insert. It's a limited checklist. Sometimes these are redemptions, at least in recent years. I'm not really 2006 entry. Okay, interesting. So that's just an insert. And then we have this Bryan Trottier. Nice hair. It's the kind of hair I aspire to have. So make your face look like a microphone. Definitely need to be in a band if you have hair like that. Preferably a mod band from the 60s. Patrick O'Sullivan. Okay, another one of these. And a CHL card of Jason Spezza. The Battalions, playing with the Battalions. Last pack, and then I have 2 packs which I believe had something to the effect of being used in them. Okay. Bob Sanguinetti, another fairly known quantity, and Matt Jones. Okay, so a couple of inserts here. I'm not sure which is the best one to do first. Let's see what we get here, son. 2 and we're done. Okay, so 2 packs left. The ones I put aside. Definitely was an insert in here of some sort. There's definitely something here. Okay. We have Jared Staal. Oh, look at this Marty Brodeur. It looked like he walked right out of the 50s onto this Heroes card. And we have a hit of some sort. I have no idea what it is. Oh, it's Ryan Getzlaf. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. That's beautiful. As you may know, I'm a massive Ryan Getzlaf fan. That is so cool. How beautiful is that? I mean, it's just a jumbo jersey, but it's pretty cool looking. Game used jumbo jersey. Excellent. That is really, really cool. That made me happy. Okay, last one, last pack here. Let's see what we get. We have a Justin Pogge. And then we have this Billy Smith, who was a 5th-round draft pick by the Islanders. I believe he entered the league when the Islanders did in 72, 73, or whenever that was. We have a Tim Thomas goalie card, so that's an AHL card. Both these cards are AHL cards. And then we have something underneath here. And it is a stick and jersey. Is that Tavares? No, no way. No way. Is it Johnny T? It's totally Tavares. What? What? His stock couldn't be higher right now. And a CHL grad of Dennis Pod. What? Look at this thing. Man, what a timely hit. His stock could not be... This is sick. It's a stick and jersey. I don't know how rare this is, but with the Generals, holy moly. So this is a base. I don't think it's a gold, right? It's a silver version. So it's 100. There's 100 of these. Okay, so it's nothing too nut bar, but a gold would, I mean, there are 100 of it. It's numbered to 100 essentially. So that is sick. Of all the ones to hit, I mean, there's Eric Staal, there is OV, but there's Mueller, there's Irving, Fiala, Andre Fiala. There's a Sid the Kid. There's Peter Prucha. There's Fatos, who passed. Ray Emery, who passed. Man, a lot of hockey players have passed. That's kind of sad. Time for the recap, guys. So, really, really interesting break. I would almost consider this a home run of a break, or at least a triple. So, firstly, they do have these 1 point he shoots, he scores inserts, which are essentially logos, which are kind of nice. It's actually a decent way to floss the logos as blanks. So that's cool, something to play with. You can destroy them if you like to. What else did we get? We did get loads of base cards. We probably completed most of the set. The set runs about 150 cards. We got 144 cards total because it was 6 cards per pack, 5 cards plus 1 per pack, 24 packs, which would be 144 cards. So we probably got 125 of the base. So most of these, the most normal base are just these prospect cards, but they are all really interesting prospects for the most part, ones that we would be somewhat familiar with, more or less. Beyond the prospects, there were other parts of the base checklist which were really sort of interesting. For example, we did get, I'm just looking for them. We did get the Team Canada cards, which again are high up on the base checklist, sort of in the 140 to 150 range. We got Pogge, we got Letang, we got Latendresse, we got Bourdon, we got Jonathan Bernier, Ryan Perrant, but we did get Tom Pyatt, Steve Downey, John Tavares, as well as Brandon Sutter. So these are base cards rounding out the checklist of Team Canada cards. Included in the base checklist, there are also AHL cards. So for example, we got Billy Smith, we got Tim Thomas, we got Brad Boyes, we got Niedermayaki, and we got Jeff Carter, who has had a beast of a career with Philadelphia, of course, his cups with the with LA. What else do we get? There are international cards worth recognizing as well. These international cards are really nice. And we got Anze Kopitar, and we got Alexandrov. We did get Tuukka Rask, as well as Phil the Thrill Kessel. But not only did we get that, we got this Geno Malkin card, who was a prospect at the time. Of course, 2006-07 is his rookie year, so it could be considered a rookie card, if you will. We also, by the way, did get a prospect of Johnny T. So that's pretty nice. A nice, beautiful John Tavares prospect card. So that's a base card, believe it or not, but it's a beautiful base card. What else did we get? I'm just looking through our list of things. We did get these CHL cards, which again are another tier of the base checklist, but they're really cool looking. We got Wendell Clarke, and we got Dennis Podvin, and we got Jason Spezza, but we got Sid the Kid, Bobby Clarke wearing a Butch Goring type helmet or a Wayne Gretzky bucket. Kyle Wellwood, as well as a Cam Ward. So these are all CHL grads. What else did we get? I feel like we're missing a bunch of things. Did I mention the heroes? We certainly did hit heroes, which are the first cards on the checklist. We've got this really cool 50s looking Marty Brodeur, who actually has aged fairly well. Bryan Trottier with the hair. Dick Duff, if you can imagine that, from way back when. Willie O'Ree just inducted into Hall of Fame. Brian Leach with a grill. Ron Francis, a little bit of a pizza face. I say that affectionately. Milt Schmidt, who passed recently. Peter Stastny, Father Paul, I believe. Mario, this, I guess, with Rimouski or wherever he was. I should remember where he was. It's actually kind of terrible of me not to remember. Does it say here? It really should. Laval, I guess. Les Voisins. And there's Yaro Yager, as well as Luc Robitaille. Look at Marc Messier with his game face on. And then Patrick Roy, who played on the Ramparts. So we got those as well. So these are all base cards I'm representing right now, believe it or not, which is kind of a little bit bonkers that all of this would happen to be base for our entire face. We did get a couple of the just generic inserts, generic if you will. We got a Calder Cup champ. We might have gotten a couple others that I missed, but we have this one of Eric Fair, which is a Calder Cup champ, as well as this thing here, which is a James Shepard class of 2006 card. These, I think, in recent years are like redemptions or lottos for redemptions as well. Then in terms of our hits, one thing I did not mention, have yet to mention, probably should mention, would be our hits. We did hit one auto of Garrett Bembridge, who was a journeyman and was actually drafted twice. I'm not really sure how that works, but he definitely was drafted by Calgary and the Rangers. Someone might explain that to me. But we hit his auto, and so we're guaranteed one auto per box. And then we also hit this game used, and it's a Ryan Getzlaf, and these are the print runs are 100 cards for this. So we hit this jumbo of Ryan Getzlaf, and look at the thickness of it. It's actually super thin. Really, really cool looking card. What else did we hit? We hit this Nick Foligno auto as well. So that's pretty cool to hit someone of this caliber. I guess drafted by Ottawa Senators. Also very well known with your Columbus Blue Jackets. A really, really awesome card is this one of Nick Foligno. And then finally, believe it or not, we hit this thing, which is awesome. We hit the stick and jersey of John Tavares with an actual piece of his stick here. A really cool insert. So we're guaranteed one auto, one memorabilia. We hit two autos and two memorabilia. So that's basically it, guys. An awesome break of the really exciting heroes and prospect cards, which is what it's all about. One thing I'll just mention before I split is you can definitely get some of these autos. You can certainly collect these autos and get them for a decent price if you buy them in lots, which is probably the best way to do that. I always recommend waiting for price points to come down or buying, targeting lots of autos, LOT, and doing it that way. Anyways, great break of the wordy break, involved break of the heroes and prospects on Fulton Cards. Please subscribe to my videos for more of these, I guess, reviews of old school products. Fulton Cards live and direct from Brooklyn, New York.